Hello there, it's Maggie the Cheshire Crafter here. Like many other YouTubers, I follow certain YouTubers on their channels and I've learnt a great deal from them. To name one of them is catbirdquilts, Cathy Martin, and she laid down the gauntlet a few weeks back now on using plaid or tartan in quilting. And it's quite a challenge, but when you actually find a men's dress shirt like I have today, I found 3 of them today, and they're really, really pretty. I think when they go into a quilt, you won't know that they were ever worn by a man. But I'm going to show you 3 short sleeve summer shirts that I found in a charity shop today in Chester. Now, in the US, you call them thrift stores. And I was absolutely delighted to find these plaid shirts because I think they're so pretty, and I'm sure I'll be able to mix them in with all my other fabrics. But I wanted to take up the challenge, really, from Cathy Martin to see what I could come up with using plaid, combining it with some of the other fabrics I've already got and seeing what sort of a block and design looked like. I don't think they're going to look anything like the shirts. First of all, let me show you the shirts and how much I paid for them. I went to a different high street today, and one of the shops in that high street is a Roy Castle lung cancer charity shop. Now, for those that you don't know Roy Castle in the UK, he was a singer, trumpeter and entertainer who did programmes for children on the Guinness Book of Records around about the 70s. And he was very well loved by the British public. He was a person who was always singing and smiling and laughing in front of the cameras. He was just such a lovely man. And he died of lung cancer, and the family have kept his name alive by starting a string of charity shops to try to raise funds for lung cancer research. And this is where I went today. So this shirt then, this plaid shirt, is one of 3 that I bought from a company called Lakeland. Lakeland is the Lake District, which is the northwest Cumbria region of Lancashire. Well, it used to be Lancashire. Yeah, it still is Lancashire, isn't it? Cumbria, Lancashire. And as you can see in this one, the plaid is a beautiful bright turquoise, lilac and purple mixed with white. And I thought that was so pretty. Look how nice it looks across on the diagonal on the 45 degrees as well. This shirt, like the others, was only £3.50, which, considering these are quite small sizes and they're short sleeved shirts, I thought was a real bargain. But I thought that would go really pretty in with the blue. Let me show you the next one. The second one then has 1 pocket on the front, unlike the blue one I've just shown you, which has 2. Let's just go in a little bit closer. Again, Lakeland brand. But as you go closer, look at the colours in here. There's turquoises, lemons, purples, a grey. And as they intersect, I think that looks really pretty. If we go around the back of it, I've got across the shoulders and down the back. I don't think there are any darts in this, but these are actually quite small shirts. So I need to pick a design. I'm going to get enough fabric out of these in a design. And this one is so baby blue it hurts. It screams baby quilt blanket, really. It doesn't look plaid until you come closer and you actually look at the design. And there's a slight raising of the white threads going across horizontally and vertically to create that plaid pattern, even though shirt is one colour. Again, look how pretty it looks if you put it across on a diagonal on a 45 degrees angle. So that's three plaid shirts for £10.50 at the Roy Castle Lung Cancer Charity Shop. I was very pleased to find those. It's always worth looking in different parts of the town, because I've gone to a shop today and I've bought a make that I buy in my local charity shop, and I've paid about £4.50 less in that shop for exactly the same shirt. Exactly nothing wrong with it. £2.50 for this one. I would pay about £6.99 for this type of shirt. It might be a little bit grubbier and need washing, but they need washing anyway, don't they? So that doesn't bother me. Likewise, don't be put off because it's not been ironed, or it might have fallen on the floor, or it's crumpled. Just look at the quality of what you've got. This item was £2.50 and it's pure linen from Marks and Spencer's. This dress is by Marks and Spencer's Peruna, and this is the same dress that I had in yellow poppy that I used in the Busy Bee throw last year. If we're going closer, we'll see that the top layer is blue poppies on broderie anglais, and it's sewed beautifully in patchwork. It cost me £5 from, I think this was Age Concern in Bromborough, and it's got goddets in it. Has it? No, it hasn't got goddets in it, but it does flare out. It's front and back, lots of lovely fabric, and then there's a very thin layer of white cotton inside. So lots of cotton there for £5. This navy and blue print dress is actually a sheared dress at the top. It's got tiny print details in the fabric, and it's in tiers, and within it it's got a good navy cotton lining. So the bottom tier is 14 inches, the middle tier is 10 inches, and the top tier is again 14 inches. And it's exactly the same on the back. I paid £7 for this, and when I got to the till, the assistant, this was in the Age Concern shop in Bromborough, the assistant said this had been her dress and she'd actually never worn it, and she just thought she'd donate it to the charity shop. So this is an unworn, so it's an as-new dress, and I paid £7 for it. There's a lot of cotton there, isn't there? I bought something a little bit different in the charity shop today, and that's a pair of curtains. And that's for a specific reason. When you look at them, there's a lovely design on this, but this is an upholstery polyester cotton. And it wasn't the curtain itself I was wanting, although that is lovely fabric. I'm sure that'd make some very nice cushion covers, for example. But I just want to show you that if you have a look at the lining, this gives me 2 pieces for £2. This was Barnardo's, which is a charity shop, 45 inches by 48 inches. So by the time I unpick that lining and take that long hem out, I've got a huge amount of cotton there. There is a little bit of a mark, obviously it wants washing. And this lining is actually, it's a little bit like calico. And I want to get you to look at the lining of dresses, like I've just shown you, or the lining of curtains, because that lining can be used in different ways. You can add fabric to this to make string quilts. You can make your own fabric. You could rip it and make shabby chic ribbons that might go on your projects, or perhaps on a ribbon wreath. Just look at different things to see how you can repurpose something as innocuous as that pair of curtains for £2. I think it will also take a dye. If it'll take a dye, that means that it would take my Inktense pencils. I think I'm going to have a play with this, aren't I? I'm going to treat it as if it was calico. And finally, I'm going to be storing a lot of these fabrics that I've repossessed and repurposed, and I'm going to colour code them. And I find it easier to put them in a bag that I'll know just by looking at it what colour's in there. So all the blacks and whites and the greys are going in this one. They could have picked a happier smile of that for the Beatles, though. It's not the best picture ever, is it? But I hope you like the last one. It's a Frida Kahlo design, and that's going to go to a friend of mine. Right, so I hope you enjoyed my little trip to the charity shop today, and a few things outside the ordinary that I found. Come back and see me soon, won't you? Bye.